Hello my beautiful butterflies, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Beverly and it is lovely to see you today. In today's video I'm going to be talking about the pop culture witches that are similar to my own witchcraft, so grab a cup of tea, let's get to it. I actually did a TikTok about this a couple of weeks ago now, so if you're not yet following me on TikTok, I do a lot of like vintage fashion and witchcraft over on there as well as on my Instagram. Quick self-plug. But I definitely felt like, you know, me just saying these are the witches and then popping up pictures didn't give the full story as to why these are the witches that I feel are closest to my witchcraft. And I really wanted people to be able to connect with my witchcraft through TV and films, because I am a big nerd. If you can see, I have signed autographed pictures of like movies and TV all around me, and celebrity and TV and film really important to my life. I'm not a pop culture witch, I'm an elemental witch, but I still find myself connecting with witchcraft in that way. I think we all do. It just kind of is in our society, it's in our lives. So I thought we'd talk about it today. So don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Let's get to it, shall we? So I've shuffled you over a little bit so that I can put pictures and things here. First of all, we're going to be talking about Bonnie Bennett, my favourite witch from The Vampire Diaries. I absolutely love this girl. I met Kat Graham years ago now at a convention, and she was so nice, such a lovely person. So as I came into my witchcraft, I knew that there were going to be people who influenced me in my witchcraft that came from the movies and the TV shows that I watched, and Bonnie was a big one for me. She's somebody who is very elemental based, and being an elemental witch, she's somebody I definitely look up to and connect with on a very deep level, because she draws up from the earth. She works with the elements. She very often will pick up a flower or a leaf or something, and she will connect with that and then use its energy to create something else. There's a really great scene in season 2, I think it's episode 15, where she's in a room full of candles and she draws the flames from the candles and creates a ball of fire. Now obviously we real witches cannot do that. However, it definitely made me think about how I can draw on nature around me, on the elements around me, and use them to focus and also to power my craft. I think so many of us find ourselves drained after doing a big spell or ritual, and it's because we've not used the earth to draw our energy up. We've actually been using our own energy, and that is a big thing that really makes it hard. So Bonnie is a big one for me. She also believes very much in balance, in respecting the balance of the world, that there has to be good and bad. There can't be too much of anything in the world because that would make it unbalanced, and I definitely believe that as well. So Bonnie is number 1. Number 2 is Sally Owens from one of my favourite movies, Practical Magic. I absolutely love this woman. She's one of the first witches that I was like, I love her. And the reason I love her so much is because a lot of her magic is about self-care. We see her doing things like stirring her tea, and she's just doing this and the spoon is stirring itself, but she's taking that time with warm cozy blankets around her and stirring her tea and journaling, doing her shadow work. She spends a lot of time based in her family, in her family practice. She learns from her sister, from her great aunts, and she's very much based in that, and family means so much to me. I do a lot of ancestor work, and it's something that means so much to me, to draw on their energy and to draw on their knowledge. So important. Self-care is something that I talk about a lot on my blog and here on the channel, because it's really, really important for us to look after ourselves. I have chronic illnesses, I have mental health issues, and if I don't prioritize self-care, then I can get sick very, very quickly. So self-care and bringing our family into our practice is something that is so important to me, and something that Sally Owens really, really makes me think about a lot and really made me concentrate my practice on. Next up we have my favourite From Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Tara McClay. I think everybody loves Tara. Is there anybody who doesn't like Tara? I don't know. I don't trust you if you don't. I'm only joking. But Tara McClay is amazing, and I love her because she was the first person that I saw that didn't agree with using magic for everything. And for me, that is really, really important, to not become addicted, I suppose, and reliant on magic. Magic is something that I use in my everyday, but it's not something that I turn to first. It's mundane over magical for me, so it's basing myself in reality, in using mindfulness, practicing being in the moment. This is my life, and the reality of that is not TVs and movies. It's not this romantic ideal version of what a witch should be or could be. It's about reality, and that is so important to me, and I definitely learned that from Tara and from her relationship with Willow. So important. Yeah. And then last of all, we've got Queenie Goldstein from the Fantastic Beasts franchise. Now, I know none of us like J.K. Rowling, but we do still like Harry Potter and the Harry Potter verse. But for me, Fantastic Beasts was my favourite because it was set in the 20s, and I absolutely love Queenie. I love her so much. And the fact that she uses fashion as part of her magic is something that really inspired me. Every day I get dressed in certain colours, I pick certain blouses, certain dresses, because they reflect how I'm feeling that day. I can use them to protect myself as like a shield. My clothing and fashion is really important part of my craft, and something that I think so many of us forget about. We just throw on any clothes and we don't really think about how we dress, and the way that we project ourselves into the world is magic in itself. So that is really important. And also they show her as reading people's minds, which is possible, but I am an empath, and that's what I took from that. She's an empath. She's somebody who can read people very well, can read their aura, she can read their minds. She is somebody who's very connected to the people around her and can tell right away what people are thinking and assuming about her. And I really loved that. I loved how she played with that in the films. I just think she's amazing. Yeah, she's got to be number 4, who has affected my craft and my journey. I think it's easy to feel like pop culture is just kind of this crazy thing that's fantastical and doesn't have any bearing on us, but I think it can. I think it can very much affect you. If you're a big fan of a certain TV show or a certain character or a certain film, it's going to affect your life. And I think this would be really cool. I would love it if other witches on YouTube or in their blogs or on TikTok or whatever started doing this, started showing me the sort of witches in TV and movie that have inspired them or who are close to their witchcraft. So if you have a channel or a blog or a TikTok or an Instagram and you do this, tag me. Links to all of my places are down below in the description. They always are on every video. Come and follow me. We have fun in all the places. So if you like me here, you'll probably like me there too. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to leave it a big thumbs up down below so I know that you enjoyed it, and I can bring more like this to the channel in future. If you have any ideas, anything you want to hear about, just let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think of the witches that I showed to be closest to me. Let me know your witches, all the things. Just let me know all the things down below in the comments. I love talking to all of you so much. And last but not least, don't forget to head down there and click that little subscribe button, especially if you like my content, if you like my face. I would love to have you here as part of the Butterfly Family. You are more than welcome to come along and get your wings. So yeah, click that subscribe button, ring that little bell, so you always know when I upload. I'm usually here Mondays and Fridays, my health permitting. I always do my very best to be here with you every week, twice a week. I really hope that you enjoyed this video and that you will stick around, kick your feet up, grab a cup of tea and check out this playlist that I put together for you. I would love to spend some more time with you. Don't forget to leave me a comment. Don't forget to practice some self-care today. Have a wonderful week. I hope you're having a really great day today, and I will see you next time. Bye!